Okay, so guys, so now we're gonna work another very basic submission, part of the group of basic no-gi subs you need to know as a white belt and as a beginner. Okay, we're gonna focus on the Kimura now. Very similar to the arm and guillotine or basic guillotine setup. We're gonna swim under the hands, knees to the chest, get them to post. Once they post, key here is wrist control. Wrist control is number one on the Kimura. We're gonna approach it the same. We're gonna open up our guard, scoot our hips back just enough so we can sit up, get to our forearm. Once we sit up, I always tell people to shoot their armpit to the shoulder. You want to always over-exaggerate to isolate, okay, the shoulder and the arm. So as I sit up, armpit to the shoulder, thread your hand under. People do get confused on the Kimura often, so pay very close attention to this detail. I'm going to swim my hand directly under the elbow and lock to my wrist, okay? So it's wrist to wrist. You'll often hear people say a wrist to wrist lock, okay? So I'm grabbing her wrist and then grabbing mine. Thumbs being in or out are always optional. There is no right or wrong on that one, so it's up to you. Sometimes I'll play with my thumbs in and sometimes out. So from this position, I'm locking. I even actually have one thumb in and one thumb out, which is totally fine. I'm gonna look to rotate my hips into the opposite direction, very similar to my guillotine choke. So from here, I'm gonna take my leg, I'm gonna look to kick it and turn. As I turn, I want to get this elbow and arm to bend at a 90-degree angle. I want to force the wrist to the inside of my thigh. So I push and I scoot. Now notice, as I scoot, the hand's on the outside. You could finish most people here, but when you want to get a really strong finish, you want to push the wrist all the way to the inside of your thigh, and then note how I'm going to take my left elbow, drop it on top of her shoulder to isolate it. So I take my elbow, I'm going to pinch down on the shoulder, creating a lot of pressure and giving her nowhere to go. And I'm going to continue to rotate on the swing, okay, her arm, like I'm swinging a bat, golf club, etc. So I'm going to pinch and rotate. Not pushing straight up. Commonly done wrong is the arm's on the outside and people have to push the arm straight up. When you rotate it and use your whole body, you get way more pressure. So I pinch, rotate, and finish. Okay? Do not forget to take your elbow and pinch the shoulder. It makes a huge difference. So again, so we swim under, get her to post. Open up, sit up. Always exaggerate by putting the armpit, okay, all the way on top of the shoulder. Swim through, wrist to wrist, thumbs in or out, totally optional. Rotate in the opposite direction. As you rotate, start looking to bring the hand to the inside. And if you still feel like you don't have a good angle, you might be too flat on your back, push off of the mat even more. Okay, once you lock your hands, elbow to the shoulder, pinch. And again, rotate the whole body and torso until you get the tap. Another angle. Swim. Sit up. Lock. Okay, push off with your feet, and as you push, twist. Switch directions, even switch your footing. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Force the hand to the inside of the thigh. Pinch with the elbow, and rotate till you get the tap. Again, we don't want to do this. We don't want to force the arm up, and we definitely don't want to end up flat on our back here. Too much separation. We want to stay attached to the arm. Pinching, rotating. Okay. Now just a couple real speed reps. Swim under,